To our fathers and grandfathers who never came home, a Memorial Day salute from their kids. This Memorial Day, we remember the men who didn't just serve our country, they were our dads. They wore the uniform, yes. They fought the battles, yes. But they also left behind lullabies never sung, baseball games never played, wedding aisles they never walked with the daughters who then gave us more boys, men, soldiers, and dads. We remember those dads. Some of us remember them through foggy childhood memories, a shadow at the door, a deep voice reading a bedtime story once. Some of us have meaningful old pictures of ancestors, grandfathers, dads, and uncles in uniform. Others never got that chance. Like my friend Priscilla, whose father died from wounds in the Ardennes forest during the Battle of the Bulge, fought at Christmas time, 1944. She never heard his laugh. She never sat on his shoulders. She never felt his hand guide a bicycle down a dirt path. But he was her dad, and she carries his name, his blood, his legacy. For every child born of war, born of courage, who grew up under the banner of a father's sacrifice, know this, your dad was more than a soldier. He was our protector. He was our giant. He remains our North Star. He kissed his wife or best girl goodbye, not knowing he'd kiss the world goodbye. And yet he went anyway to fight, because men and dads have always been called to do that, because duty is bigger than fear, and love, real love, sacrifices. This isn't just about military honor, it's absolutely about fatherhood. Dad fought with a picture of his child in his helmet, and next to his heart, a picture of his baby's mama, who carried his legacy into the world. Truthfully, he carried all of our futures in his heart, and though the enemy took his breath, they could not touch your purpose. We remain unique. We are the people of that bright shining city on the hill, because of that man, because of those dads. Still every day, there's another fight for all of us. We must save that city of hope from the mobs who threaten us, and from the cynics who attack our heritage and say that we're no better than the places everyone else flees. But we are in fact simply better. That's what the men and dads died for. We are your sons, your daughters, your grandchildren, and we are here, because you gave us everything, without ever seeing what we would become. Because you didn't just die as men in service, you lived the highest calling, as a dad. So today, on behalf of the children who grew up under folded flags, we honor you, not just as warriors but as dads, forever missed, forever ours, forever heroes, heroes of 1,000 battles. My own dad made it home from the Battle of the Bulge, with a battle star on his chest. But more than 1.2 million soldiers, mostly men, many of them dads, never came home at all, from the Revolutionary War to today. Priscilla's dad was one of the dads who never came home. He died during that same bitter winter, fighting the same battle as my own dad. 50 years later, her mother Chris, and then Priscilla herself, became my clients. And we discovered that both of our fathers had faced the enemy together in the Ardennes forest in December of '44. Her dad was an infantry engineer. My dad was a tail gunner on a B-17, shot down and taken prisoner 7 weeks later. Today, I keep this photo, my dad beside his own father, a Canadian infantryman from World War I, as a reminder of what gets passed down by the dads who survived the wars. The men who come home carry something with them, the memories, the weight, the silence. Today we're called to remember what was sacrificed and the fights that remain, to raise our kids, and to right the wrongs of cultural and courtroom biases against the men and dads who fight the wars. So thank you to all the men, thank you to all the dads. We're here fighting every day to make your legacy last. Equal protection means dads are equal, and we will get there. But for now, happy Memorial Day, 2025 to all the dads fighting for their kids. Scott K. Boats fights for dads, in memory of Sergeant Jesse Brown Miller, killed in action, at the age of 20, Priscilla's dad. Thank you, soldier. Thank you, Dad. We remember.